It's Enrique with Canine Perspective. Today we have Sweetie. In this video we're going to be teaching the down command. There are two ways to go about it. I'll do the first way and then we'll discuss the second way. So the first way, it's going to be using my foot with her leash. So like most commands with the, we pair pressure with e-collar, no words, creating the foundation. So same thing here. Since we're teaching something new, we're going to dip it down a lot. We'll start at 20. Oh, we'll start at 15 actually. It's 20. Okay. So we'll start at 15. So what I'm going to do, use my foot to step on the leash, bringing pressure down, and then pairing that with the e-collar. I'm starting low. I want to take my time with it. There's no rush or anything. So I'm taking my time with it, and then I'm going to give 3 taps very slowly, waiting for her to respond to them. If I don't see the response of her going with the pressure of the leash pulling her down, then I bump it 3. So tap, tap. So tap, tap, tap. Nothing. Bump it 3. Kind of like finding the working number. So that's the first way, and then we'll discuss the second way later. So left foot, choking up on the leash very tight. I'm going pretty around here. 15, so I'm going to give it a tap. Okay, almost. Tap. Good girl.
Good girl.
Break. So repeat this a few times. And this is my first time doing down with Sweetie. Good girl. Tap.
Good girl.
Break. Good. So now okay. So if she goes down, I'm not going to tap her. I'm just going to pull the leash up. Good. Tap. Good. So that's the first way. So right here, tap. Good. So we wouldn't usually correct her getting up from the down, just because when we first teach something to dogs, we're just for example, the place command. There's the send off, and then there's the duration part. So we just do the send off. We focus on the send off first, then duration. So same thing here. We're kind of focusing on the send off to down, then duration. But since she got the down so quickly, I'll push her a little more for the duration part of it, just so then it gives me something to, her getting up from the down gives me another chance to strengthen the down command, if that makes sense. Just like with the whole leash, foot on the leash and e-collar, it gives me another chance to repeat that for her, reinforce. So that's the first way. The second way, we're going to be using hand pressure. Break. On her shoulder blades. So dogs, when they're in the sitting position and when they go down, they kind of fold into the down. They don't go just straight down because their arms wouldn't allow that, so they kind of fold back. So when we're using pressure on their shoulders, instead of pushing down, we're going in an angle, kind of like this. So, and the e-collar is the one that's going to make the down happen. Not my hand, not me, not any of the handlers. It's the pressure in the shoulder blades just to guide the dog. So I'm going to step on the leash just to limit her options, because we do have a placement right here. But yeah, just to limit her options of kind of trying to figure out how to turn off the pressure. So I'm going to step on the leash. I'm going to pet her shoulder blades, then apply pressure, and then pair it with a tap, tap, tap. Nothing, so I'm going to go to 20, tap, tap, tap. Nothing, 25, tap,
Good girl. Good girl.
So the foot on the leash, using the hand is one option. Another option, it's just because she's a bigger dog. So break. So if we had like a smaller dog, what we would do is like hold the leash here, remote here, and then pull away. So if she were to tap, good girl. If she were to kind of like, either redirect or freak out, since my face is right there, I tighten up in the leash. No pressure, but just already getting ready to pull away if she were to lunge or just jump in general. Break. So I'm going to repeat the hand pressure a few more times. So here, no tapping, just pull up. Good. Tap, tap, tap. Good. Once I see her starting to go down, I release the pressure. Sometimes dogs will start going down and then they'll stop halfway, so that pressure turns back on. But yeah, that's pretty simple. Just the foundation of it. So now, break. I'm going to repeat it a few more times. Good girl. So right here, just pull up. So now I want to know it's the e-collar that's making her go down, not my foot, not the leash, or my hand. So I'm just going to give a tap.
Good girl.
Break.
Good. Tap. 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 Good.
So once I'm seeing some consistency, which I am, break. We can start using the word down, but I want to see a little more. Good. Tap. Good. Break. So now I'm going to start using the word down. Good girl. Down. Good, no tapping. Break. I'm going to give her a moment. It's right here. Pull up. Down. Tap. Good girl. Break. Down.
Good girl.
Break. Down. Good. So that's the down command. Break. We'll just go right into the sit command. So for the sitting command, similar to the auto sits. So with the auto sits, if we're in heel and down. Good. If we're in heel and we come to a stop, the dog is to sit automatically. If the dog does not, or Sweetie doesn't sit automatically, then we use leash pressure up and pair with a tap. No words said, but since we're trying to use words now, so the sit command is like sit, and she should sit. Sit. She should sit. So since she's down right now, what I would do is say the word sit, leash pressure up, and then tap. Just because she already has the foundation of leash pressure up and tap, she knows the meaning of it. So sit, tap, tap. Good girl. Break. So sit and down are both, I forget the word. They both have the stationary, like, you know, people do sit, stay, down, stay. Stay is already implied. Okay. Okay, she's just gonna lay down. All right, perfect. Sit, tap, good. So here, tap. I don't repeat the commands. Good. So yeah, so we don't repeat commands. We just, you know, correct that. What else I was about to say something? Break. Good. Good girl. So down, tap. Good girl.
Yes, go sweetie. Go sweetie.
Sweetie, sit. Tap. Tap. Good. Like the auto sits, like the auto sits, okay, so like the auto sits, when you're first teaching the auto sits, it's leash pressure up and then tap. Then after a few reps, you can start leading away from the leash pressure and just give a tap. Same thing for here. As we continue to enforce, like, you know, sit means this too, like counting to heel, like this is also sit, this is the command. Then we're still going to use the leash in the beginning, and then after a while, a few reps and consistency with the word, then we can just get away from the leash and just give a tap. So, break. So for example, if you're walking, like, you know, like now, because, you know, Sweetie's already gone through the training of the heel command, and you stop, you should just tap if she doesn't sit, just to correct that. So yeah, down,
Good girl.
sit, tap, good.
Good girl.
Down, good girl. And we don't, I mean, we don't need anything fancy. We don't need her to drop immediately. Those are called emergency downs. When we're in heel, we need her to, when I say down and we're walking, and I say down, she should just drop. But here, nothing fancy. We just need her to go down. Obviously we don't need her taking her sweet time with it, but if she's already just going down like that and then she lays down, that's fine. If she's on her side, that's fine. Yeah, so sitting down, we're gonna be working with those. If you're ever training Sweetie and you find that her downs are kind of weak or they need more work on, so here, for our training sessions, if we see something that's like there's a struggle somewhere, so let's say, for example, the downs, she's still struggling with the downs, we just focus on the downs for that training, that 20-minute training session, and the next 20-minute training session, we focus on the downs, just because if we do downs, heel, play, stay, all in one, and then we see she's struggling somewhere in the training with that whole overview, and we just keep overviewing instead of focusing on the one thing she's struggling with, she's never going to get it, because you're throwing so many things at her: the stay, the heel, the sit, the down, then there's recall. So if you focus on one thing for her, she's able to catch on faster, and then you're giving her the break, she starts to think about all that stuff, and then bring her back out, and you focus on the down again, and then she's like, oh, okay, I'm starting to get it. And then you can start mixing it up, and then there may be some confusion still in the beginning, but then like once you start correcting her and everything, it should flow more easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and give her a break because the floor is cold. She's got her blanket over there. But yeah, sitting down, everything was normal. Things that I would have expected to see with other dogs. Sweetie, place. Tap. Would be like the resistance, like they're when you, because there's like the opposition reflex, where like, you know, you pull back, they pull forward, you pull forward, they pull back. Same thing here, you're pulling down, they want to pull up, they don't want to go with it. They're a little resistance to that. But she went right with the pressure, which is very good. So when you're practicing the duration part of it, same thing with the place command. You know, if you're watching a movie, you're sitting on your couch, bring her next to you. It's probably more easier than the place command, because in the place command you have to have an object there, and it's kind of could be in the way. But for the down command, same thing. Bring her over to you, down, step on the leash, have your remote. If you're in an office, a small room, and you're doing computer work or you're just doing work, you can just have her in the middle of the room or next to you, down, step on the leash, remote in the hand. Same thing if you're at a restaurant. Obviously, it's winter, so that might not happen. So yeah, that's it. Oh, and then if, yeah, that's it.